Hi family, Deborah Lee here. Today I want to talk about something that's been on my mind for a really long time as a woman who has spent a lot of her life living alone. I've had to be very aware of security, right, and how to be safe. Also as a woman who has lived much of her life without much coin in the bank due to circumstances way beyond her control, I wanted to share 5 really cheap ways to stay safe. I don't know how many of you know this, and I'll probably share this in a snip and clip or something on the video. But so I have Reuters pulled up. And by the way, for anyone who wants to scream the fake news thing, you should just leave right now. Because I will boot you. I will block you. I'm too old for that crap. I don't have time for that anymore. I just want to be around people who are actually thinkers. So anyway, that being said, I've got a Reuters study pulled up here. It's from 2018. And the headline says, U.S. among 10 most dangerous countries for women. And that is, by the way, out of 195 countries. The United States was listed as among the 10th, and it ranked a joint third with Syria when respondents were asked whether women most risked sexual violence, harassment, or coercion into sex, and 6th regarding non-sexual violence such as domestic and mental abuse. It is an absolute fact that we live in the United States. We live in a very dangerous society. That is just a fact. They like to put it out there that, it's all put out there that we live in this 50s style, Leave It to Beaver. That's not true at all. The veneer of civilization is razor thin and getting thinner by the day. One of my favorite passages in a poem is about the person walking along the beach throwing a starfish in, and somebody comes along and says, "Why are you doing that? There are thousands of them here. You're not making a difference." And they said, "Well, I made a difference to that one." That's how I feel. So if anybody sees this video and can use one of these 5 dirt cheap tips, then I'm happy. So the first one I carry with me and have for a long time. It's a whistle. I've never had to use it, thank God, but it's a whistle. Mine is red. Very effective, very cheap. I don't know, I paid a couple bucks for it someplace a long time ago. Tip number 2, I got this not long ago on the recommendation of some expert somewhere among my YouTube travels. Dirt cheap. This is not pepper spray, but pepper gel, because according to this expert, the gel is much more, you can get it where you want it to go. It won't spray all over. And I don't know, I think this was like $11 or $12 maybe on Amazon, but you can pop it up real quick and put your thumb underneath and then right away use it. I don't guess you'd be practicing anywhere, or you shouldn't be on it. But those are 2 right off the bat. I don't even leave my house. They're on my key ring. They cost next to nothing, and they're great tools to have. Also, and I'll put something up there for this because I've got them, but I'm not going to take pictures. You can get really dirt cheap smile you're on camera signs. You don't even need to have the camera, right? But you can do the smile, you're on camera. I've got a yellow one that's got a smiley face on it. And then you just put it out there. So that's a notice to a would-be, burglar or whatever. At least it's kind of a deterrent. The other thing I have is a fake camera. Now, a lot of people can afford cameras for their houses. And I guess, I don't know, I really checked into it, but I guess the Ring thing is relatively cheap, but for right now, I mean, you can get, and again, they're only maybe, I don't know, $10, $15. They look like a real camera, and you put batteries in them and they flash the red light. And so you can stick it out your window, and anybody going by is going to think you've got a camera going on. So, again, that is a really, really cheap way to make it look like you've got a camera system in place. Is it ideal to actually have a camera system in place? Yeah. But I'm trying to give out dirt cheap tips that anybody can afford. Most anybody, right? And the final one actually doesn't cost you anything, and it's really common sense, but it can be honed. Trust your instinct. We so often, as women, and we're taught from the time we're girls, not to trust our gut, not to say, my gut is telling me no, right? I mean, and we go against that because we're trained to do that. Trust your gut. Just do it. It'll save you a lot of hassle. That I'm speaking from experience in different regards. I wanted to get a video out today. This one isn't going to be long, and I'm never gonna, I hope I never do this if I ever have a following. I don't want to just pad it to add time. I don't want to do that. So very quickly, I've given you really 5 really good tips that I actually use myself that cost next to nothing to get. And again, I'm no security expert, and but these are things I've done for myself. And I just think that they might help someone else who thinks they have to have all this money to be safe. And in this world right now, we need to do everything we can. So I leave you with be good to you today. Thanks for stopping by. I really appreciate it. I need to get more disciplined about getting these videos out there, and I'm going to work on that. So thank you.